Dale Hawerchuk's passing left a deep impact on the NHL, not just for the sorrow it brought, but also for the surprising estate battle that followed. His legacy on the ice, along with the challenges he faced like being benched by Mike Keenan, serves as a powerful reminder of his strength. Before we dive in, be sure to subscribe and tap that like button so you don't miss out on what's coming next. In 2019, Hawerchuk stepped away from his role with the Barrie Colts, citing health reasons. Fans were devastated when it was later revealed he was battling stomach cancer. Despite his incredible determination in completing chemotherapy in April 2020, Hawerchuk passed away on August 18, 2020, at just 57 years old. He was laid to rest in Thornton Cemetery in Oshawa, leaving a void in the hockey world that still lingers. To honor Hawerchuk's incredible legacy, the Winnipeg Jets paid a heartfelt tribute during their 2020-21 season, which also marked their 10th anniversary since returning to the NHL. As part of this tribute, the team incorporated a special design into their anniversary logo, a black circle with Hawerchuk's iconic number 10 proudly displayed at its center. The logo was also worn as a patch on all team jerseys, ensuring his memory remained close to the hearts of fans, players, and the entire hockey community. After Hawerchuk's death in 2020, a surprising and emotional legal battle unfolded within his family, drawing public and media attention. The dispute was between his widow, Crystal Hawerchuk, and their eldest son, Eric, over how Dale's estate and business affairs were being handled. What started as a private family matter quickly became a very public controversy, adding an unexpected twist to the story of one of hockey's most beloved figures. While fans remembered Hawerchuk for his incredible talent and impact on the sport, this legal conflict cast a shadow over his legacy, leaving many shocked by the tension within his family. Speaking of controversies, Hawerchuk's name isn't without its share of drama. One of the most talked about incidents involved coach Mike Keenan during a game against the Buffalo Sabres. Hawerchuk's grandmother, who was gravely ill, had come to watch him play what could have been her last chance to see him in action. But in a move that stunned both the team and fans, Keenan benched Hawerchuk, keeping him out of the lineup entirely. This decision didn't sit well with anyone, especially team captain Brett Hull. Hull, known for speaking his mind, confronted Keenan about the decision. The fallout was swift and shocking. Hull was stripped of his captaincy. The incident added fuel to Keenan's already controversial reputation as a coach who often clashed with his players. For Hawerchuk, the situation was deeply personal and heartbreaking, but it was just one chapter in a career filled with highs and lows. Despite his incredible talent and remarkable individual achievements, Hawerchuk's teams often struggled to make deep playoff runs. Some critics questioned his leadership abilities, wondering if he could carry a team all the way. However, most hockey insiders recognize that Hawerchuk often played on rosters that simply couldn't compete with the powerhouse teams of the era, like the dominant Edmonton Oilers. Hawerchuk's career was nothing short of extraordinary. From a young age, he showed signs of being an incredible hockey player. He got his first pair of skates when he was just 2 years old, and according to his father Ed, he was skating before he could walk. By the time he was 4, he was already playing competitive hockey, and it was clear he was something special. At the Quebec International Pee Wee Hockey Tournament, Hawerchuk took the spotlight by scoring all 8 goals in an 8-1 victory in the finals. That feat broke a long-standing record held by the legendary Guy Lafleur. At 15, Hawerchuk caught the attention of the Oshawa Generals, who offered him a tryout. Though he didn't make the team at that time, his talent couldn't be ignored. In 1979, Hawerchuk was selected 6th overall by the Cornwall Royals in the Quebec Major Junior Hockey League. What made this even more notable was that he was a Toronto-born player starring in the QMJHL, which was not very common. That season, he scored an impressive 103 points and was named Rookie of the Year. Hawerchuk didn't just shine individually, he led the Royals to a Memorial Cup championship and was named playoff MVP. In his second year with the Royals, Hawerchuk took his game to even greater heights, recording 81 goals and 183 points. He once again led the Royals to a second consecutive Memorial Cup title, earning another QMJHL First-Team All-Star selection, the Canadian Major Junior Player of the Year award, and the Memorial Cup MVP. The Winnipeg Jets selected Hawerchuk first overall in the 1981 NHL entry draft, ahead of future Hall of Famers like Ron Francis, Grant Fuhr, and Chris Chelios. Hawerchuk wasted no time becoming the star of the Jets, leading the team to a remarkable 48-point improvement, which was the largest single-season turnaround in NHL history at that point. As an 18-year-old, he set the NHL record for most points in a season by a player that young, finishing with 103 points. His incredible debut earned him the Calder Memorial Trophy as the NHL's Rookie of the Year, and he even played in the All-Star game that season. The next few years were more of the same for Hawerchuk. He was a consistent point producer, registering 91 points in his second season and hitting the 100-point mark for 5 straight seasons. His best year came in 1984-85 when he scored 53 goals and totaled 130 points, a career high. However, in 1990, a major turning point in his career came during the NHL entry draft. Hawerchuk was traded to the Buffalo Sabres in a blockbuster deal that sent him, along with Winnipeg's first-round pick, to Buffalo in exchange for Phil Housley, Scott Arniel, Jeff Parker, and Buffalo's first-round pick. Hawerchuk spent the next 4 seasons in Buffalo, continuing to be a dominant player. He consistently recorded over 86 points per season, but by 1994-95, injuries started to take their toll on his body. That season was shortened by both injury and a lockout, and his point totals fell. In 1995, the Sabres were looking to cut team salary, so Hawerchuk signed a 3-year contract with the St. Louis Blues. He had a solid season with 41 points in 66 games before being traded to the Philadelphia Flyers in March 1996. He finished the 1995-96 season strong, putting up 20 points in the final 16 regular season games and contributing 9 points in the playoffs. Injuries continued to trouble him, but he still managed to make his 5th All-Star Game appearance the following season. After the 1996-97 season, at age 34, Hawerchuk was forced to retire due to a degenerative left hip injury. His final season with the Flyers was the only time his teams made it past the second round of the playoffs, as they made it all the way to the 1997 Stanley Cup Finals. Hawerchuk was also a key player for Team Canada in international competitions. In the 1987 Canada Cup, he contributed a goal and 2 assists in the decisive 3rd game of the finals against the Soviet Union. His face-off win late in the game helped set up Mario Lemieux's legendary series-winning goal, and Hawerchuk's all-around play earned him the title of Canada's MVP for that game. He was also an important part of Canada's victory in the 1991 Canada Cup. Throughout his career, Hawerchuk's talent was widely recognized, and he earned tremendous respect from his peers. In a mid-1980s poll of NHL general managers asking which player they would start a franchise with, Hawerchuk ranked 3rd, just behind Wayne Gretzky and Paul Coffey. When he retired, he had accumulated 518 goals, 891 assists, and 109 points, which placed him 18th on the all-time NHL points list. His outstanding career earned him a well-deserved spot in the Hockey Hall of Fame in 2001. The Phoenix Coyotes, the franchise that succeeded the Jets, honored Hawerchuk by retiring his number 10 jersey during the 2006-07 NHL season. In 2007, Hawerchuk became the president, director of hockey operations, and primary owner of the Orangeville Crushers, a team in the Ontario Provincial Junior A Hockey League. He held that position until 2010 when he moved on to a new challenge. On June 4, 2010, the Barrie Colts of the Ontario Hockey League named Hawerchuk their head coach and director of hockey operations. The 2010-11 season was tough for the Colts as the team finished with a disappointing 15-49-2-2 record, missing the playoffs for the first time in franchise history. However, in his second year as coach, the 2011-12 season saw a major turnaround. The Colts finished with a 40-23-3-2 record, a significant improvement, and showed that Hawerchuk's coaching ability was just as strong as his playing career. That's a wrap for today's video. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to give that like button a smash. And while you're at it, hit subscribe so you never miss an update from us. Thanks for watching.